Yo, what's up? I'm Ace, and dude, holy shit, Ouran High Host Club is actually great. I'm not really one to stop myself from watching shit that's not directly marketed to me. Even so, I was a tad skeptical going into it, but off this jump, this anime just hooks you, and it's overall charming as fuck. I will be spoiling the anime, so if you have yet to watch this, I would highly suggest it. It's actually peak. I would also highly suggest subscribing and checking out some of the other videos I've posted. I'm trying to grow, so that'd be appreciated. So yeah, like I just mentioned, I was kind of skeptical going into this. Off what I've posted on the channel, you can see that I don't really stray away from degenerate harem anime or any type of show, to be honest, but for some reason this show was just stuck on my watch list for like 2 to 3 years. I finally got around to it, and low-key I've been missing out hella. Off rip, I want to talk about the voice acting in this anime. I watched it dubbed, and dude, it made me enjoy the anime tenfold. I recognize so many of the voice actors from other shows I've watched dubbed, and it low-key made it a bit funnier to me. My favorite character for sure was Hikaru, and dude, he's literally Natsu. Like, same voice actor, and even has a pink hair and everything. It was funny as fuck seeing him act as a host, be a shitter, or just do sus shit with Karu. Same with Tamaki, bro, he is dead ass the perfect voice for that character. Same could be said for the whole host club though. The voice actors kinda went crazy on this one. Pivoting more towards the actual show though, the writing and the characters in general in this anime are solid as fuck. Going into it, I was kind of expecting a trashy harem anime, but it was far from that. It's not really giving a harem show. I don't know about the manga, but in the anime there's only like 2 real love interests, which I don't mind. The show is more of a character-driven slice-of-life anime with some rom-com elements to it. Most of the plot points are pretty solid, my favorite being the stuff revolving around the twins. I'll go more into that in a sec once I hit on the characters. For the other stuff though, I thought it was well done. The club activities never felt dull, and I especially enjoyed the portions outside the club room. Anytime they visit Haruhi's house or anything related to commoners was peak as fuck. The anime also has the typical beach and school festival episodes, but they weren't really generic at all. I liked how each had its own tensions around them, and it wasn't really just all fun and games and shit. I pretty much enjoyed every episode, although my favorite for sure was episode 16. It's a 2-parter with 15, but I thought 16 was just peak as fuck. My least favorite was probably 11. Haruhi in Wonderland is an interesting idea. The visuals were kind of cool, but it just seemed random as shit to me. It does show us how Haruhi's mom passing really affected her, and that it still kind of does to this day, but like surely there was a better way to show that off. I don't know, maybe I'm bugging. But yeah, character wise is where Ouran Host Club shines hella. They're all charming as fuck, which I guess makes sense as their hosts, but there really isn't a single unlikable club member. What I thought was cool as fuck is that they all embody a character trope, and the author manages to make it so that it never really gets old and just kind of grows on you the more and more you watch. We get to see them grow a bit, but what I really liked was that we got to see everyone's backstory as well as the club's origins. I mentioned earlier that my favorite was Hikaru, and dude, I fuck with his storyline with Karu heavy. Honestly, his character growth is probably the best in the show. One of the more memorable moments in the show to me is seeing Karu unsure over his future as Hikaru grows closer and closer to Haruhi. It shows this maturity to him that I was not expecting, and it was low-key pretty sad, especially after seeing why they were so close and shut off from everyone. I could go on and on about him, but Tamaki's backstory was also pretty peak. It's sad as shit, but wholesome at the same time. I kind of just assumed he was either just lonely or just really enjoyed helping people. That is the case, but the revelation that his grandma made him cut off all communication with his mom to pay for her medicine kinda surprised me. Like, his grandma's a bitch for real. I get it's rich people, upper class shit, but logically, it just didn't make sense to me. Like, bro, why? Be a human being. His formation of the host club was dope though. It's pretty cool seeing how he came into everyone's lives and just helped them get to where we see them now. Oh, and it was sweet as fuck that he sees everyone in the host club as family, especially since he lost his. There's way more to hit on with the characters, but I don't want to drag things out. Moving past that, I want to talk about the romance in the show for a sec. Obviously, there's the easy Haruhi and Tamaki pairing. They have their moments and shit, but I found myself rooting for Hikaru to win. I like seeing their progression hella. I thought the gradual friends to lovers approach was peak and less forced than the instant flirting and interest from Tamaki. I was already kinda rooting for him, but what really sold me was the Hikaru date episode. The prelude to it with him being super jealous was peak. And I don't really tend to like conflicts deriving from jealousy, but in this case, it was super well done. I have no idea who wins since I haven't finished the manga, but bro, I really hope it's Hikaru. Like, surely Karo being the ultimate wingman wasn't for nothing. I get the whole friends angle for him and Haruhi, but they're literally perfect for each other. Other than those two pairings though, there aren't really any other ones to really consider. There's the Yakuza dude, but he was rejected. Oh, and at the end there's like allusions to Kyoya's dad and wanting his son to date Haruhi. Like bruh, fucking Hikaru clears him, bro. To wrap shit up, I want to hit on some negatives. One of the things I noticed while watching was how underutilized Takashi is. We see him kinda, but only cause he's constantly with Honey. The show jokes about it, but never really gives him his own personality or anything. He's literally just there. Even when he gets his own episode, he immediately passes the problem off to the club to solve. Maybe it's just me, but I was kinda waiting for him to have a moment where he kinda becomes his own person. His family ties him to Honey, but I thought he'd be like a guy that give wisdom or, I don't know, do something. He's still cool, but I thought it was a little lame that the closest we got to him doing shit was the cavity episode. Like deadass, dude. You're telling me he doesn't have any hobbies or anything? There was no way the author could have utilized them and like make him grow or just have something to do, I guess. Another thing I didn't really vibe with like that was the Lobelia girls. I don't know if that's like a controversial take or not, but like, dude, they were hella annoying to me. Renge was a tad too, to be honest, but I give Renge a bit more of a pass since she has moments where I didn't mind her. But with the Lobelia girls, they were kind of just a letdown to me. I was expecting them to be like a parody of the Ouran Host Club, but instead of that, they were kind of just delusional rich asswipes. I kind of just saw them as forced antagonists. Their play was pretty funny, but even then, they could have like done way more. Comparing them to the other side characters, they kind of get shat on. Like Haruki's dad, Nekozawa, and the Yakuza dude clear the fuck out of them. But yeah, like I said, they just felt like forced antagonists and I really wasn't vibing with them. Last negative I kinda had was just the ending. It's an anime only ending, which is kinda rough. I enjoyed it, but it did seem kinda rushed to me. I can't compare it to the manga one since I haven't finished it yet, but it wasn't really that satisfying. It left things kinda open-ended and we didn't really get a winner, I guess. This probably goes without saying, but they should have for sure just did more seasons. Honestly, I'm surprised there isn't any talks about a reboot or adapting what's left of the manga. Horimiya's currently getting shit added to it, so I don't really see why Ouran can't. Unless their show isn't really popping like that, but it seems popular enough to me. That's all I really want to hit on with Ouran Host Club. There's hell I didn't hit on with the characters like Haruhi's growth or Kyoya's whole storyline, but if I did everything it'd be like a 20-minute video and deadass, no one's watching that. At least not for me. I also didn't really touch on the manga like that since I haven't finished it, but maybe another time I can hit on that. I've never really made a video on the manga, so that could be cool. Oh, and I watched the show in dub and I recommend the hella. It's a good ass dub to be honest. I haven't really gotten around to seeing the show in sub yet. I saw like 3 minutes-ish of the first episode and it seemed solid, so you probably can't go wrong either way. For sure though, check out some of my other content, like the video, comment, subscribe, and pass the channel and video around maybe. I'm trying to grow, so I'd appreciate it hella. And yeah, that's about it. Later.